interject at the beginning, which is all of these questions are hella loaded. You're loading these questions that are geared towards women because, to be honest, most of the man that I know are pieces of shit. Yep. So like, at the same time, I think there's loads of people that can't be white. Like the idea of like a modern person, like it's just who people are nowadays. I don't get what it, like a modern woman. What? So like a woman earns money, so that's a bad thing. Or is independence that's a bad thing?
Are you trying to say that as opposed to...
You know what, yeah, for me, that's not a problem still.
If my wife is independent and earns 6 figures, I'm like, go babe.
Is that opposed to a traditional woman, like someone that would just stay at home cooking clean? Is that what you're trying to compare it to? And like somebody that's earning and doing well for herself, can she still be wifeable? Of course. She's still
wifeable. Like, does she have time to be wifeable?
She's more than wifeable.
It's even better. I'm aiming for that.
I think for men as well, we got to get out of our egos more.
Right?
So there's nothing wrong with a woman earning more than you. My girl was earning more than me at one point a few years ago, and it was an requirement. What also helped as well, she got paid mid-month and I got paid end of the month. So it was this case, if I was low, she'll bust me. If she was low, I'll bust her. And this kind of worked in a balance, so I have no qualm with it. And you got your own, so.
By wifeable woman, we mean, are they able to be...
We talk about like duties at home.
Yeah,
like take care of the home as well as going out and working.
That's part of it, but also are they able to be submissive, for example, because they high earners? Do you know what I mean?
No, some of the toughest women are the most submissive.
That will be so real with it as well.
Like sorry, that's no shade. I'm just genuinely asking a question. That sounded so aggressive. Sorry.
You know what I mean, right? I know you. Some of the toughest, hardest women.
Some people take their wedding vows very seriously, like that. So the man will do his job, the woman will do her job.
And sure, you submit naturally to a leader.
Legit like that.
Not to make it sound like that.
Not to say leader, like, fuck say, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No, but we are told on the man leaves the house. Do you know that? In that sense, do you know that? But there's nothing.
And some women say they submit naturally if a man leads correctly.
Yeah, like they love it.
My question to them lot is, if a woman earns more than you...
Doesn't bother me.
Not
no, okay. Significantly more than you.
Not one bit.
Really?
Why?
It means she should be able to handle her own.
Hey, she can pay me a salary.
Man! There we go, we get a salary. Stay at home.
Legit.
Why is there a problem? You're a partnership, you're a unit.
But do you not feel small?
No.
Why?
Hold on, let me rephrase my question to make context of whether or not. Let me rephrase my question. As a man, right, because of what society says, like, you know, you're supposed to be the leader, the provider. Let's say your woman earns $1 million a year and you earn 100,000 a year.
100,000
You're
good money. So I can provide for...
I'm not finished. Me personally, I would, as a woman, I would look at you sideways, like, are you not embarrassed?
But that sounds like your problem.
Why is that though?
No, because to me, I'm like, okay, do you know what?
So
I personally will not be with a guy that's
you earn $1 million.
Honestly, like, I just don't need a man earning less than me. Like, we need to be on the same level, or you can have to earn more than me, because I just can't be paying for dinner all the time. I can't be, you know, having to like give you money to go out. Like, that's just not what I signed up for. I just want to be in someone that's the same level as me or earns more than me, and I don't think that's a lot to ask for.
You earn $1 million, so what? You should
but what
earn
if he's earning less than you currently, but then he has like potential to
if it's potential, yes.
Should he earn $2 million then?
No, but I'm just like,
1.5.
I'm not dating.
So then you're choosing financial gain over.
It's not financial.
It's not.
Whereas
you're basing a relationship.
You're getting your money, so why is it such a big?
I don't want no man having to depend upon me.
But it doesn't feel like
previously, you said it's okay for a woman to
depend on a man.
I'm a woman. You said that with my chest.
I hate that.
I'm a woman. I'm allowed to say that.
Why?
I get that. No, I understand.
So you would
think less of a man if he earns less than
you. But you can earn less than us.
No. I'm saying.
Should I give you a salary?
Let me clarify. Let me clarify. I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is this, right? Like, personally, I don't want to be with a man that does not have ambition and that is.
But ambition's different to how much they earn.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes your ambition doesn't reflect your pay.
Okay, that's fine. But it's a bit more like if it's a bit like you don't earn a lot, but your ambition is amazing, then cool. But if you have no ambition and you earn less than me, I'm sorry.
So what that gets less than you but has ambition?
So the question is, why did you get with
a low ambition man?
Because you know why? Because I was foolish. That's why.
So it sounds like you're projecting all of your traumas.
No. It's not all my trauma. I think it's just from experience. I prefer not to be with a guy that earns or has less money than me.
But that's just down to the fact that you didn't do your due diligence.
It's mad. I was
actually
having this conversation much longer.
That's what it is. I feel like I was like I'm not saying every other woman. Like, oh, it's okay. He doesn't have a lot of money. I'm just gonna,
So what about if he's the perfect partner, but his salary doesn't match your expectation, but he's the perfect man?
If he's a perfect man, then great. But if you're average and
that's just down to you settling in a relationship.
Love is so strong. It's very, very hard to come by. Like,
but love is not enough.
But then why are you dating them? Because you don't. Sorry, can I get this through? Like, why are you dating then if it's not for love? No, I just want to get my head around it. Why are you dating if it's not for love?
I personally wouldn't be okay with being with a guy that's completely broke for the sake of love. I think because this is just simply so unrealistic. Yes, love is a really important and amazing thing to have, but to think that we can ever sustain a happy lifestyle without money is just very unrealistic.
Why? Why do you get in a relationship that's not for love?
No,
but we're talking about some people. I just want to get a better understanding.
No, I just see it as this like love is important. I'm not disputing that.
But love doesn't pay the bills.
Love does not pay the bill. Love is not enough.
Oh, you're earning £1 million per year.
You're the breadwinner. You're the breadwinner.
It's absolutely fair enough. Yeah, that's absolutely fair enough. So you love this person, but this person earns a little bit less money than you. You would pay them off. Okay, so if the script was flipped, so it's a woman now. It's a woman, and a guy just turned around and said, "Well, you're earning like
your ambition's too low. You're a stay-at-home mom.
I can't do that shit.
I can't fuck with that. I don't like that.
Look at that.
It has to be equal on both sides.
It could even be like
if it happened to a woman, people would be so upset about that. They would be so upset. What, you're gonna dump this woman that you love?
It does happen.
I feel like
no, but I'm sure.
I just want to say something.
Yeah, this is really
basically, I just kind of feel like it shouldn't matter really what people earn, and I think it shouldn't really matter, but everyone's situation is different. So like for myself, like I have a child, so ideally I don't want to get with a guy who doesn't have any money because then it's going to be a struggle, right? Mm-hmm. But what a guy earns isn't the most important. Because for me, it's like respect. Are they going to be a good role model for like our future children and all of that stuff?
For me,
do you know what I mean? He could earn loads of money and be a douchebag.
Yeah, legit.
Money is not everything.
For the record, the point you stated at the beginning was, if a man earned less than you, you would think less of him. That's the point that was said. That's the point that landed.
But that's the point. If a man turned around to me as a woman and said, you know what, you're amazing, but you don't earn enough. Fuck you and fuck your ego. That's a horrible thing to say. Very, very and I'm very shallow.
But to us women get away.
It shouldn't. It's sad that
it's a woman doesn't have to earn as much.
Why is that even
I agree.
I earn money. I've been brought up to.
Look at this shit. So if he's earning money, what do you expect from him then?
Yeah.
But you want money.
You want the salary.
That's mad. That's mad.
Hey, you think you're not getting quoted?
Come on, you're getting quoted.
I feel like
we're not putting out receipts in these conversations.
Hold on. I feel like when you enter a relationship for financial gains,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, legit.
The question was about that, like financial. I'm saying personally, I couldn't go.
I feel like you're always gonna be expecting a handout from that person.
No, I think
he said handout. You said no.
The salary.
You said you want the salary.
But that's a handout. In a sense, you know what, babe? Here, here's 20 bags. Go and shop.
Yeah, hold that, baby.
But you're earning $1 million, so why do you need 20 bags from him?
Yeah.
It's just.
You give him 20 bags.
All you should get is that person's love, respect,
support.
I'm not saying
flip it back. What if he wanted to be a stay-at-home husband? What if he wanted to be a stay-at-home dad? What if he was like, I have no career aspiration, I just want to be a dad to our kids, nothing else.
You look like you're looking down at him. That's sexist right there. That's
sexist.
If
a woman was that, it would be a big issue.
And it's
no,
okay.
I hear that. I'm not for that.
Listen, there's a thing. No, but there's a thing called life-changing wealth and there's wife-changing wealth. A man that earns a lot more money changes his wife, typically. That's often usually how it goes. But why is it okay for him to earn not okay for him to earn less? But it's okay for you to earn more.
As much as I made a joke that money can make life-changing wealth, it can make wife-changing wealth, I wouldn't want to change my wife because depending on the amount of money you have, you can attract a different kind of person, whether that's good or bad, even when you don't make enough money. So I think the person that's been with me at the bottom, I'd like to come up with, and I saw another saying that said, the issue of men is men typically like to eat with women they didn't starve with. And I think if I starved with that woman, I want to be at a table eating full with her.
Like I said to you before, I'm old school.
Okay, if you're old school.
Let me finish my point. But the question was, would you want to be with a woman, a partner that earns less than you? And I'm saying, no, I would rather be with someone that earns the same as me or slightly above.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm not saying that finance is the be all end all. Because at the end of the day, it's about respect, love, how you do. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, for my own experience, okay? I personally would prefer if I'm with someone that is on the same level as me or above. I'm old school. Do you know what? If I don't want to work, I want to be able to be looked after.
Okay.
But that's based on my own experience. I'll do something personal. Growing up in a domestic household, and obviously coming from Jamaica, my mum was told by my stepdad that, you know, like, I'm not supposed to help you. Go out and work. My mum had to scrub like floors and stuff when you had a husband that could have helped you.
Huh?
So see, but that's my point. So that's what I'm coming from a perspective of like. From a different angle, like I want to be able to, like, if I want to be looked after, you'll still do that for me.
Hold. We don't live in those times.
But this was these times.
Some people like relationships.
Hold. Wait, hold.
You sound very modern. I like traditional relationships.
Hold that in the sense though, traditional that you're going to stay at home and do nothing.
No, I'm not saying
that. No, but this is my point. My point is a lot of
you can't ask for traditional stuff.
No. But the thing is, a lot of women want all the rights, but none of those responsibilities that come with it. A lot of men, but a lot of men that carry that household, it was a burden, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's a heavy burden. When you don't earn, the family suffers.
I think as time's gone on, gender roles are starting to slowly be eroded. Some people think it has its worth, it has its place, and I think in some senses it does. If it works for you, it works for you, but I think people should no longer be trapped in that prison of having to earn more because you're a man, or having to earn less because you're a woman, or having to stay at home and not have any income because you're a woman. I think those times have changed. There's different streams of income. People can make money in so many different ways. So I think the stereotypes have its place, but I think it also shouldn't be a prison in which people are locked in.
Okay, hold up.
Right,
we don't get that. One second. Hold up. But men don't get. Men first of all don't get the most paternity leave.
2 weeks.
That's what I mean.
What's that? It's not tit for
2 weeks.
Wait,
10
it's not
days.
It's not for tit for
2 weeks.
I'm sorry, are you breastfeeding?
It's not about breastfeeding. It's not about breastfeeding.
Are you breastfeeding? Are you breastfeeding?
It's not a case where I'm sitting at home and you're doing everything for the child. I'm also contributing.
No, but what are you contributing then?
But if
everything
you're going out of working,
you.
But if you're going out of working, I wouldn't expect. But if you're going out of working, I wouldn't expect you to come home and be cooking. Alright,
so when you go back to work, what's the scenario now? Because you're on mat leave. You're not unemployed. You're on mat leave.
No,
so you
what
will
I'm
go back to
saying
work.
is, if you're at home and you're looking after the kids and whatnot, I wouldn't expect my husband to come home and be doing house stuff because I'm at home.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, fair enough, you wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't expect you to do it because I'm at home.
But I guess it's comes down to expectation.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I wouldn't expect it. If I need help and I ask you, I say, can you support me? And you're like, yeah, like, that's perfect.
That's what I mean. Most of us men, we don't mind.
I think it's just about.
But you're saying you wouldn't date a guy that earns less than you.
That was the question.
Wait.
But the thing is,
the original question was,
Yeah.
are modern day women unwife?
And the sub question was, will women date people that earns less than them? And
I know more women than most that date.
I feel like when a
less.
woman earns more, she puts her family on still. There's no.
100%.
If you do this, then I'm gonna give you that. Like, there's no. What's the word that I'm looking for?
But why is it any different for a man?
A man, I feel like a man does it for power play sometimes.
That's true.
But can't a woman do it for power play as well sometimes? Because
You can, but then I feel like you gotta be earning bandos more than him.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be doing it for a power play,
For sure.
But more time when a woman
but women hold a lot of power at home.
Definitely.
They hold the purchasing power.
Definitely.
They hold so much. Women spend more than men in the market.
Yeah.
Women hold
Because
so much purchasing power.
if a woman wasn't going out to do the shopping, a man would come home with a flipping tin of beans. Like, don't you have to
hold,
do that?
hold, wait, hold,
Like, men are rubbish when it comes to household. And that is a very sensitive
That's so mad.
No, I don't think that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you know, I feel like she knows some men that actually do. Yeah, some men do. You know what I mean?
I personally,
again, I'm speaking from experience.
Right, I personally spend 4 times more than anyone I've ever dated.
See, there we go.
Right,
So
for me, I think if you got a problem with your partner, male or woman, male or female, earning more than you, it comes down to ego.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. It completely comes down to ego.
I don't think I'm gonna feel more less of a man because my woman earns more. At one point, she did earn more than me.
That's
you
a
know
beautiful
that? So it's like,
and it's not to say just because she's earning more,
it's not
that you can't at some point.
Okay, right.
So if he's earning less than me and, you know, he wants to earn more, or he's showing signs that he is trying to sort of better himself and better us, then yeah, absolutely. If it's a situation where it's just me and I'm supporting him and he's not making any effort whatsoever to make a living for his own, then yeah, that's an issue, and I definitely wouldn't date someone like that.
If I love that person, fair enough, it's not great that and ideal that you're earning a little bit less, but it's okay.
I think
you know what I mean?
In some sense it's more
unless I'm supporting you and I'm paying all your bills and
hypothetically,
we're not talking about that.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
legit,
It's just
much.
does she earn more? Fair enough. What is the issue in that?
There's no issue. That's my point.
I don't think there's an issue at all.
Let me ask you a question. Your son gets older, he dates a girl. The girl earns more than him. You're going to tell the girl to leave your son? You wouldn't.
Imagine if the girl said the same thing you said, think a bit lower.
I find quite often women will leave men for stuff they wouldn't want their son to be left for by a woman.
Or even themselves to be left for.
I would see it as this, innit? Like, if the girl is dating my son and he has no ambition, and he's just dependent on her.
Let's say your son does have ambition.
I think
that is a different conversation.
Let me finish. Because no. If we rewind, I said if they've got ambition and stuff, then cool, I would say it's not an issue. I said in the circumstances they've got no ambition, they earn way less than me, and they're not like the loving and kind respect person, then no, I don't want to be with you. If my son is moving mad, right, and dependent on her to do this and this for him, and he's got no ambition, 100% leave his backside.
Right, so hypothetical scenario for all you girls, okay, you date a guy, high net worth, he's doing well, doing bits. You have kids together, and then he loses all ambition. He's like, fuck my career, fuck everything, I want to be a stay-at-home husband. So when you met, he had ambition, wanted to take over the world, and now he's like, I'm so in love with the kids, I just want to stay at home and cook and clean. Are you leaving him?
Have we got assets to live off?
Huh?
Have we got assets?
No, you're now carrying the family.
Like,
yeah, you're the breadwinner.
My issue wouldn't be
and
that.
he now wants to stay.
He was asking for a salary.
Yeah, wait, hold on. My issue wouldn't be carrying the family, but my issue would be like I fell in love with the person that's like a go-getter and ambition. So
but he's
that's
not for the house.
But he loves the family. He loves the family.
So every night you come home, the food is cooked, a bath is ready.
Yeah, but I want to do that.
Your picnic's taken care of.
But it doesn't mean you can't still do that. You can still do that.
Okay, maybe he's not earning no money, but he's gone from like taking over the world to like, I'll have a little side business while I raise the kids.
Yeah, that's fine. But I quite like a guy that's ambitious and they have passions and
his passion's now your family.
That's it. But
then what else are we going to talk about other than just our kids?
Alright, so would it be any different
like,
when women
you might not get out there.
So like legit, would it be any different?
What's wrong with what I said?
No, there's nothing wrong with what you said, but would it be any different? Would it be any different? Would it be any different if you was to stay at home mum? Is he gonna think? Oh, you know what? What am I gonna speak about when I get home to her? Is it what? The children. The children. She FaceTimed me earlier on in the day. I know how the children are doing.
But coming from a corporate background, yes, bare man say that shit in the office. They do. They say it a lot.
Wait, what?
They say it. They talk shit about their wives.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, she wants to do this today. Oh, yeah.
Women talk shit.
But we do it too about our men. We'll be like,
what
he's going out, he's doing this.
What I'm saying is, some men talk shit about their women that just stay at home.
Oh, but for staying at home, you mean?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Always FaceTiming them, just to be like, look at little Scotty today.
Well,
Like,
Fuck off,
that's
Scotty.
what I'm saying.
Guys, so just a question.
It's Scotty in it. Right? I feel personally attacked on that one, but whatever.
As a question, is 50-50 a thing or something we just care to hit?
What does 50-50
You know what,
mean?
yeah?
Wait, one sec. What does it mean?
Right,
No.
Are we talking housework and finance? What are we talking about?
We're talking, if I take you
Are
on
we
a date,
talking about dates?
that
Are we
bill's
talking
getting split.
about?
Alright, so it's 50-50 a thing or something we like to hear.
But in
But
what?
what is
Finance,
that?
relationship,
Can I-
you need to elaborate.
I think they mean
like,
everything.
Is everything.
In
Is
everything.
it okay? Okay, so like example being, you know, whether you're taking your partner out or whether just finance in general.
Pick me,
Is that a
please.
thing or does that, or is it something you guys just have to
Do you
hear?
know what? I agree with 50-50. I don't mind 50-50.
Like
I
legit, for
thought-
me personally, I feel like it's got to be a 50-50
Yeah.
effort. It's not necessarily about finances or
I agree, yes.
anything else.
Men want to
Effort.
feel appreciated.
Legit.
That's all
Yeah,
it
I will
is.
run you a bar, babe.
Legit. Like
I'll run
legit.
you a
Yeah.
bar.
Legit.
I will
Like,
massage you.
run my head when I come into
I
work
will
from
give you
work.
some
Like,
smoke.
bro!
I'll
Like,
be
legit. Like,
I practice it. I don't believe it should be 50-50.
no.
Because, let it land.
Go
Again.
for it.
I think 50-50 is an idea. Like, it's a great concept, but in reality, it doesn't happen. And I think when you expect someone to give the same that you give them, sometimes people are low and sometimes people
That's
are high.
true.
Facts.
So
That's
when
true.
I feel like 50-50 is a great dream, but I think in reality, it's just as long as you're supporting each
Do you
other.
think it's
Because
about
sometimes
giving
you'll
what you
be
can?
low. Yeah, giving what you can.
Legit. So for even supporting each other.
Yeah.
Because when you expect 50-50, like sometimes there might be times where I can't give you anything because I'm in a bad place.
You're
like,
expecting.
not expecting, but like I might need help. Same way round, like I can't expect you to love me if you're in a bad place.
Fair.
I feel like it's a back and forward, but
Fair.
I think 50-50 is too much of an expectation.
Fair.
That if you expect someone to constantly love you when they can't love themselves, you're
True.
fucked.
For me,
I
though,
agree
it's
with
a,
that one.
for me, it's a case of, alright, cool, I take her out on a date today. You know what? Pick up the bill next time. In that sense, it's 50-50. It's not a case where I'm always doing date nights
I like
and you don't do fuck
No,
all for
I love
me.
taking
I like
that.
Like legit, like
I love taking that.
send me a paragraph.
Put your eyes away.
Like, send me a
Put your eyes
paragraph.
away. Put your eyes away.
Send me a paragraph every now and then.
Thank you. Just make us feel appreciated.
Like, legit.
What
Like,
about like even like treating the guy as well? Would
I
you
love
guys
doing
be
that.
legit.
I treat my guys all the time.
Yeah.
I will take you on holiday.
Get you
Like,
like some
legit,
chocolates
it's
or
See
something?
silence.
Oh, no, yeah. If I go out with my boyfriend, to be honest, he does cover most things, but then I'll do things like, don't worry, babe, I've got the drinks, or I've got this, or I've got
That's
that.
beautiful.
It's
and
just
you know what? You're
give
gonna
and
think,
take,
you know what? I like that.
Exactly. And us men, we feel
I
appreciated.
feel
We'll
that.
give you more.
Do you know? And he
Well,
might even
women
say, you
has
know
to
what?
financially
He might
tell
even
us.
say, you know what? Don't worry, I've got it anyway. But the simple fact that you
Offered, yeah.
you're gonna
Thank
be like,
you, that's
I
it.
fuck with
I
that
agree.
stuff. I fuck. Like I don't think any party should be given more than the other
Absolutely.
in any sort of circumstances.
100.
Give
Because
what
one
you can.
person's gonna feel like unappreciated,
Yeah.
unloved. Like,
Absolutely.
you know what? I feel like I'm doing a bit too much now. And the other person's gonna feel like they're
50-50.
coasting.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
It's
true.
true.
Fuck
I
it.
agree with
I
you.
know for a fact what I'm gonna be getting from this person, so fuck it. I don't need to.
But people can take advantage of that.
Legit.
I've had that in my relationship. Hence
Legit.
why I'm like,
Legit. I'm not asking for you to pay my bills or
Yeah.
anything like that, but I'm asking you to
Just
give the
take me
same
out, man.
effort.
don't let me have to
That
pay
I'm
the bill all the time.
Last question: is it okay for you to ask your potential partner how much or what their salary is, and then furthermore, if they have any debts, and if they do, what do you do?
What are you, a debt collector? What are you, credit checking?
No.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't believe in asking your partner how much they earn unless like you're quite further down the
I was
line,
just
right?
about to say that.
But the whole debt thing, I'm sorry, I don't want bailiffs coming to my house looking for you. I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, if you're just like in a boyfriend, girlfriend, simple, they're not going
I
to turn
think
up at
it's
your house. I think
the-
if it's more serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah. Like, where do you
but,
see the
but then if
Where
you
do
are
you
quite
see
serious,
yourself
then
that
yeah.
person?
I would ask that question.
As to why you're
if we're gonna
asking
get
that
married,
question. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
if we're just chopping,
yeah,
if
because
we're
then
just
your debts are
chopping,
mine.
If
if
you
we're
have
just
kids to that
chopping,
person, 100% you need to know what's going
if
on.
we're just chopping, don't ask me any questions about my salary.
Depends
Yeah,
how
I
serious it is.
I agree. I don't like women. I
Just
want
fuck
to show
it.
how much I
Like-
like.
Yeah, you didn't
Alright.
Like legit. But if we're like, oh, you know what? That house looks nice. Should we start thinking about
Yeah,
it?
then
Yeah,
ask,
100%,
yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah.
too late by then?
No.
Actually, no. He's got a point. He's got a point.
I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's too late, but it's a good enough chance for you to declare everything that you're asking.
That's true.
Do you know that? So if you do have any debt, it's a good time for you to say, you know what, I've got X amount hanging on my head.
Can I ask you guys a question? What is too much debt that you have to leave the relationship?
Well, I'm sorry, you're paying for your debt. It's not
any amount that you cannot afford to pay off.
I've got my own overheads to think about.
I'll give you an example. Let's say the person is like £1 million debt.
Oh no!
And there's a potential that
my mum used to say,
we're not paying your house. You're registered to your mum.
£1 million. What the hell was she doing?
Yeah.
What the hell was she doing?
How are you trapping and getting £1 million in debt?
Whoa! Like legit.
I didn't play safe.
She would ask the same question to me, like, Joe, what are you doing? Like, nah. £1 million?
Yeah, you're £1 million in debt.
Nah.
If you're in a position where you've got £1 million debt and you can pay that off,
fair enough. If they can't pay it off.
If you can't pay it off, then that's a different story.
Are you still going to stay with them? Knowing there's a potential that Benny's will.
I'm not with you because of your debt, though. I'm with you because I love you as a person. So
if I can help you out,
you can go to debt collection,
if you're
trading, media, blah blah blah.
And it's also
filed for bankruptcy, moved to a different country. If it's real love, we're going to Panama.
If they're saying, you know what, ignore those letters. Send it back to
again, different story.
Return to sender. But they're doing one of those ones like, whoa, sis. They're knocking every other day. It's not return to sender anymore. But if they're saying, like, you know what, I can do a payment plan, like you're being responsible.
Thank you very much.
You know that? Responsible. Even if you're saying, you know what, babe, I'm not going to pay, I'm going to give them a shout to say, you know what, I'm not doing it. Cool, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But if you're being sheepish and blind eye, fuck that.
That's it.
Because you'll be blind eye and sheepish about everything else.